So it's Tito Beveridge. He's founder of Tito's Vodka, the vodka that we love. The very first legal distillery in Austin, Texas, or Texas, right?
Yeah, I was the first legal distiller in the history of Texas, and the only one for 11 years.
Wow. Yeah. So you were one of the founders of really the craft spirits movement. I mean, in America. Talk about that a little bit.
Well, I thought that there were little bourbon distilleries starting in Kentucky, and I thought I'd do a little pot still vodka company in Texas. And I thought I'd be the first pot still vodka company. And then a couple years later, I realized I was the only pot still distillery in the United States. And so, kind of by a funny, misunderstanding, I thought I was getting in on the trend, but I was actually the
trendsetter.
The trendsetter.
Yeah. So, and some of the really small bourbons you were inspired initially by. What were the names you were telling us?
Knob Creek, Booker's, Baker's.
Yeah.
I thought they were little pot still distilleries.
Little tiny companies.
They're a little small batch.
But you found out later that.
They weren't. It was just all Jim Beam.
Yeah. And Jim Beam really inspired you to start a small distillery.
Yeah. Funny enough, I made a mistake another time. My first sales guy that I hired, I asked him where he was right then, and I swear to God, he told me a securities company. And it was 3 years later, we were in a motel room together, and we were talking about the worst job we ever had, and he was talking about when he ran that security company. And I was like, what do you mean? He's like, oh yeah, the guy wouldn't show up at night, I have to get my flashlight and walk around the fence. I was like, that's my first sales guy. And he did a great job, so that was a good misunderstanding too.
That's awesome. So you started this in around 1995. And what was the growth like? Walk us through the...
95, I did 0. 96, I did 0. 97, I did 1,000 cases. And then 98, 2,000. And then next year, 3,000, 4,000, 6,000, 17,000, 32, 56, 86, 100,000.
How many cases you do now?
A boatload.
How many?
A whole lot.
More than you could say?
Oh, just a whole. I quit reporting.
I
just quit reporting just because the big guys are just. I don't want to rub it in their face. Yeah.
So do you think they ever imagined?
It's not about the cases.
Right.
It's about making a great product at a reasonable price. Really comes down to it. People like it, and they buy it and stuff. Then you got a brand.
Yeah.
It's really it's the people's choice.
It's a great vodka. Would you have ever imagined you would have given the big guys a run for their money when you started this?
I was trying to make $1,200 a month, and I thought it was the greatest pickup line ever to sit there and say, "Oh no, that's my vodka." It's like, "Oh yeah." It's like, "No, tell them, bartender." Like swing.
Did it work?
Oh yeah, I ended up meeting the love of my life, and raising kids, and settled me down, and it's just it's a great girl. So, yeah, it worked. And I always I thought it'd be great if I could write off my bar tab. Wouldn't that be cool to write off your bar tab?
And you're still doing it.
You know it. Yeah. Absolutely.
So as you look at the way the craft spirits revolution that's happening, it's growing. How do you see craft spirits? Obviously you're a great example of a craft brand that competes with major players. How have you seen it grow, and how do you see them competing? What do you think it's doing to the whole industry?
I started, there wasn't any craft business. There wasn't an industry. And to sit here now and look at all the people that are making great products. I wasn't trying to do anything except not have a day job and get to drink, and have some fun, not have a boss, right? But to sit there and see all these people make all these great spirits and stuff, and this whole industry that has come from a brain fart of a misunderstanding of Jim Beam, and to kind of be the godfather of craft spirits in the United States, and see how excited people are and what great products they make and stuff, it is absolutely amazing it blows my mind. I'm so proud for all the people who just grabbed their balls and just said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna do it," because it's scary, and they did it, So I'm real proud of what's going on here in America. I think we got a really, really cool thing, and it's just starting. What a great expression, right?
It is.
Distilled spirits. It's fantastic.
It's very exciting. I'm very excited too, Tito, and we're here at the ACSA
American Craft Spirits Association.
Their conference in Austin, Texas.
In Austin, Texas.
Made, so what a great place. And we're actually trying some whiskey.
Yeah.
Because Tito likes whiskey too.
I like whiskey.
Barrel aged any of your vodka to see what happens?
I've got 19 barrels laid back right now.
Do you? Is it a little experiment you're working on, or just maybe get a
Personal
bottle?
stash.
Personal stash? Is it your vodka, or is it actually another mash bill?
To tell you the truth, we had some whiskey, we drank it all, and we bought all these barrels like a year ago to make some more whiskey.
Right.
And we keep growing our vodka business so much, we're project overloaded, and I ended up just throwing vodka at different proofs in it and just see how it turns out.
And are you maybe going to make a whiskey someday? Is that possible? Like as far as the bottling?
Yeah, I've always wanted to do it. I'm busy, man.
Yeah. It's just the one product, though, isn't it? Just
I got one product.
And you do it so well, but you might have vodka in the next couple years, or you might have a whiskey in the next couple years.
Who knows? I've checked around with gin and tequila and rum and whiskey, but I mean, to tell you the truth, I love drinking vodka the most. I just, I can drink a little bit of whiskey and I can drink a bunch of vodka.
How much?
A lot. More than your average bear. Live from American Craft Spirits Association.
It's Tito
and Bourbon Blog. And welcome to Austin, Texas. Yeah!